Welcome back. Unsurprisingly, the political divide among Americans starts as early as high school. And the lines now are being drawn between genders, at least according to a series of polls by the Monitoring the Future study conducted at the University of Michigan. Boys are becoming more conservative. Girls are trending more liberal. A survey shows 23% of 12th grade boys identify as conservative compared to 13% who say they're liberal. But among 12th grade girls, 30% identify as liberal, 12% say they are conservative. Draw from that what you will. Joining us now, Daniel Devizet, staff writer for The Hill, who covers American trends. All right, Daniel, the famous line, right, that politics flows downstream of culture. So is this about culture or is this about politics?
Oh, goodness. I think it's about boys. I've got a son who's 19, and most young guys are just not very political. And what this survey, which is a really good survey that's conducted by the University of Michigan, what it showed is that there's a small group of guys who are political. And in that group, it's true, they're almost twice as likely to say they're conservative as to say they're liberal. But I should stress, though, that most guys at that age, 17, 18, are not really political at all. They're none of the above, basically.
Daniel, this is Julia Manchester from The Hill. Good to see you. Over the past, I want to say like 7-8 years, we have seen feminism really, encapsulated in the media and just almost made mainstream. You saw the Women's March, for example, and then the Me Too movement. You see it in cultural movies like Barbie, for example. It's definitely a part of that. Do you think that so much of this messaging, it's very attractive to women, very empowering for women, but what impact is that having on young boys? Are young boys, do they feel included in that messaging or do they feel turned off somehow?
I actually interviewed some young guys for this story, like several of them, and what I heard was a bunch of stuff. So Donald Trump, his messaging came across loud and clear to young guys. More than one source, young men I interviewed said he speaks in some ways like a high school student. He came across loud and clear. One of my sources, was a student at GW University, told me, the guy who's playing it on his computer in his room and screaming at the screen, Trump was his president. And I interviewed a source from the Heritage Foundation who was talking about the idea that the Democratic Party, to some extent, has kind of a masculinity problem, a problem with attracting the male vote, because so much of, again, per my source, so many of the planks in the Democratic platform right now are about gender equality and related issues. And guys aren't all that enamored of the word liberal. If you think about it, young guys, to them, that kind of signifies weakness. This is a message that goes back to like the 80s. Remember with the first Bush president and this idea that liberalism was soft and weak. Guys don't like that word. That may be part of what you're seeing in those data right there, is guys just are turned off by the word liberal.
Chris, I'm wondering, and I think that there's got to be also a cultural component to this, and Kurt as well, you and I talked about this, but there is this cultural divide of rural versus urban as much as there is liberal versus conservative.
I think that's true, but I also think you can see it in Washington, D.C. Every time a group of school kids, you see them lined up, and you can buy two kinds of hats when you go to the tourist trap hat shop, and you can buy the MAGA hat, right? Or you can wear, you can buy some, DC's a nice place to visit, whatever, Washington, D.C. sweatshirt. What do all the 8th grade boys do? They get their MAGA hat, right? They get their red sweatshirt, their red hat. Why is this appealing? Because it's upsetting to other people. It's upsetting to the girls in their class. It's Donald Trump's trollishness really aligns, and I think your colleague's point about how Donald Trump connects with the young men. Donald Trump's a troll, right? He's an internet troll. He upsets people, and it feels good. And if you're an adolescent male, making girls upset is maybe this.
Chris, I feel like you speak from a little bit from experience.
No, I was cool. But this is, I think, manifests the oppositional definition that we see in politics. Young women are getting more Democratic. Young men are getting more Republican. Battle of the sexes, he said, she said kind of business.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.